Hi, my name is Shermaine Fernandez, BSIT student at Western Institute of Technology. Act before it's too late. The world is experiencing a major pandemic caused by SARS-CoV-2, the coronavirus causing COVID-19. This disease first entered the human population in Hubei province, China, in mid-November 2019 and manifested in Wuhan, the largest metropolitan area of Hubei. When a cluster of patients were admitted to hospital with a severe pneumonia of unknown cause in early December. Although humanity has survived previous pandemics by infectious disease, the present one is unprecedented in its capacity to take advantage of modern globalization, allowing for massive transborder spread at a surprising. The current regime of hyper-globalization, fueled bordercades of bad trade policies, has left people in our country and around the world more vulnerable to the COVID-19 crisis. Globally, the rate of poverty is increasing. More than 20 million people currently live in extreme poverty that lead to anxiety, stress, and breakdown, which turns out for other people to attempt suicide. The COVID-19 pandemic shows us that global connectedness is not a problem, but a solution that can benefit us all. Despite the pandemic, globalization has proved far more than robust than expected. The DHL Global Connectedness Index 2020 suggests the world level of global connectedness this year is unlikely to fall below levels seen during the 2008-2009 global financial crisis. As communities and business sectors recover, the logistic industry needs to articulate the value of trade and globalization in fighting this and future crises. In relation to this, my advocacy is gardening and farming. It is better to plant vegetables and fruits for us to have sustainable food or resources, and it also makes it easier for us to stay at home and divert our attention into planting. The COVID-19 pandemic affected the world severely in terms of quality of life, political, environmental, and economic sustainable development and the global economy. Transforming Philippine agriculture into a dynamic, high-growth sector is essential for the country to speed up recovery, poverty reduction, and inclusive growth, according to the latest report released by the World Bank. The report says that transforming the country's farming and food system is even more important during the COVID-19 pandemic, since everyone is suffering from poverty, malnutrition, and lack of resources of money. In other words, are those who are unemployed. Farming and gardening help raise agricultural productivity, resiliency, and access to market of farmers and can help in others globally by exporting products around the world. To make it happen, government should help the farmers financially in order for them to succeed. Planting fruits and vegetables and other sources of foods can expand the product market and can export into the other countries, especially in poor countries like India. It can benefit for our country and can help to sustain food in others globally. COVID-19 is not a joke, so we need to follow minimum health protocol, exercise, and of course eat healthy foods.
Judy Banky works to prop up some raspberries and her spirits.
It's therapeutic. It's good for you. It makes you feel good. You're outside. It's beautiful. Thank God right now we are able to get food and it's all good.
Tending plants at this community garden helps her stay busy.
See that thing is blooming?
And escape monotony.
Cool? If I would have been home in my little studio apartment with no outside, I would have gone nuts.
For some, it's leading to a spike in business. So many orders are coming in at this seed company, it's had to switch to plain packaging.
We've had a massive surge in demand. We've seen new gardeners that have never gardened before, who've never even heard of us. We've seen gardeners that have been gardening forever, just growing way more than they have in the past.
In some places, with garden centers closed, plants were being dumped. Now those same operators are warning of shortages.
So I'm just going to take my spade and then we place our transplant in the hole.
The boom in gardening is part of what's being dubbed backyarding as people hunker down.
I'm going to plant my second succession of carrots.
Lisa Giraudet designs and builds gardens for people in small urban spaces.
A lot of people are really just excited to grow food, and I think the impetus for that is around, scarcity and health and just really wanting something to do while they're at home self-isolating.
Her advice for beginners: grow easy things such as salad greens and herbs.
What are the crops that you eat the most of, that you spend the most money on? On some of them, you might even be able to see the heads forming.
New ground for many, but rich with promise. Greg Rasmussen, CBC News, Vancouver.